Keynotes of the speech you must not give up. 1. Life is not that easy. Challenges and hardships are inevitable, but they are meant to shape you, not break you. 2. Pain is temporary, growth is permanent. Every setback carries a lesson, and every hardship strengthens you. 3. You are stronger than you think. The human spirit is unbreakable when fueled by resilience and hope. 4. Failures are not the end. They are simply redirections leading you to something greater. 5. Your struggles can inspire others. Your journey might give someone else the courage to keep going. 6. Keep moving forward. No matter how tough it gets, take one step at a time. Persistence always wins. You must not give up. Motivational Mazari style. Life is not that easy. It never was, and it never will be. But that doesn't mean you stop moving forward. It doesn't mean you give up. The truth is, every person who has ever achieved something great in life has faced obstacles, pain, and failures. But they did one thing differently. They refuse to give up. There will be times when you feel like you've lost everything, like the world is against you. You will question yourself. Wonder if you are strong enough to keep going. And in those moments, remember this. Pain is temporary, but the lessons it teaches you will stay with you forever. Your struggles are not there to destroy you. They are there to build you. They are shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Every failure, every rejection, every hardship is a stepping stone leading you towards something greater. You must understand one thing. You are stronger than you think. Your spirit is unbreakable. If you refuse to surrender to despair, yes, life is unfair. Yes, it is difficult, but your strength is greater than any challenge you will ever face. Think about the people who have inspired you. Were their lives easy? No, but they turned their pain into power, their struggles into stories that inspired millions. Your journey is no different. Someone out there is looking at you, learning from you, drawing strength from your perseverance. So don't give up. No matter how hard it gets, take one more step, and then another, because one day when you look back, you will realize that everything you went through was preparing you for the life you were meant to live. Keep moving forward, keep fighting, keep believing. Your best days are yet to come. You must not give up. Life is not that easy. It never has been, and it never will be. Every person, regardless of where they come from or what they have achieved, has faced moments of struggle, uncertainty, and pain. Hardships are an unavoidable part of life, and no one is immune to them. However, these challenges are not meant to break us. They are meant to shape us. They push us beyond our comfort zones, force us to grow, and help us discover strengths we never knew we had. Difficulties often arrive unannounced, disrupting our plans and testing our patience. They may come in the form of failure, loss, rejection, or disappointment. When things do not go as expected, it is easy to feel defeated, to question our abilities, and to wonder if we are capable of overcoming the obstacles in front of us. In those moments, giving up may seem like the simplest option, but what we fail to realize is that every challenge carries a hidden lesson. It teaches us resilience, patience, and the ability to adapt. Growth never happens in comfort. It is only when we are pushed to our limits that we truly understand what we are capable of. Imagine a seed buried in the darkness of the soil. It struggles to break through the ground, fights against the weight of the earth above it, and reaches toward the light. That struggle is necessary for it to grow into a strong tree. Similarly, every hardship we endure prepares us for something greater. The pain we experience today strengthens us for tomorrow. There are countless stories of people who have faced unimaginable challenges but emerged stronger. They did not allow their circumstances to define them. Instead, they used their struggles as stepping stones to success. They understood that setbacks are not the end of the road, but a redirection towards something better. The only difference between those who succeed and those who give up is the willingness to endure, to keep moving forward despite the difficulties. Sometimes life will test us repeatedly, making us feel as if we are stuck in an endless cycle of hardship. In those moments, it is important to remember that struggles are temporary, but the strength we gain from them lasts forever. Every time we overcome an obstacle, we become wiser and more capable. As I said, you might not live to see the finish line. The experiences that once felt unbearable eventually become the foundation of our resilience. Challenges do not come into our lives to break us. They come to build us. They strip away our fears, teach us important life lessons, and transform us into stronger, wiser individuals. When we face adversity, we have two choices: to let it crush us or to let it mold us into something better. The choice is ours. We may not be able to control the hardships we encounter, but we can control how we respond to them. And when we choose to rise above our struggles, we prove to ourselves and the world that life's difficulties are not obstacles. They are opportunities for growth. Pain is temporary, no matter how overwhelming it feels in the moment. It comes like a storm, fierce and unforgiving, making it seem as though it will last forever. But just like every storm, it passes. The intensity fades, the wounds heal, and the darkness slowly gives way to light. What remains is the growth, the lessons learned, and the strength gained from enduring the hardship. Every setback, every struggle, and every painful moment serves a purpose, not to destroy us, but to shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. When faced with adversity, it is easy to feel trapped, as if the pain will never end. The weight of failure, heartbreak, or disappointment can be unbearable, making it tempting to surrender to despair. But time has a way of healing wounds, and if we allow ourselves to persevere, we come out on the other side with a new perspective. Pain teaches us resilience. It forces us to dig deep within ourselves, to find strength we never knew existed. It pushes us beyond our limits and prepares us for greater challenges ahead. Without struggle, there is no progress. Growth requires discomfort, and every hardship we endure contributes to our transformation. Think about the moments in life that tested you the most, the times when you felt like giving up, when the pain seemed too much to bear, and yet here you are, stronger than before. What once seemed impossible to overcome is now just a memory, a chapter in your journey. The pain did not last, but the wisdom you gained from it did. Every setback carries a lesson, whether we recognize it immediately or not. Sometimes it takes time to understand why certain things happen, but eventually we realize that everything played a role in shaping us. Growth is permanent. The strength you gain from overcoming hardships stays with you for a lifetime. It becomes a part of who you are. Every challenge you face prepares you for the next one, making you more resilient, more courageous, and more determined. Without struggle, there is no progress. It is through pain that we evolve, that we develop the perseverance needed to chase our dreams and overcome the obstacles life throws at us. When you look at the most inspiring individuals in the world, you will see a common pattern. None of them had an easy journey. They faced failure, rejection, and moments of deep despair, but they refused to let pain define them. Instead, they used it as fuel to keep moving forward. They understood that while pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. The difference lies in how we respond to it. No matter what you are going through, remind yourself that this moment is temporary. The struggle will pass, but the person you become because of it will remain. Growth is the reward for enduring pain. It is the proof that every hardship has meaning and that even the darkest moments can lead to the brightest transformations. Keep going, because what lies ahead is worth it. You are stronger than you think. No matter what life throws at you, no matter how many times you feel like you are at your breaking point, there is a power within you that refuses to be defeated. The human spirit is unbreakable when fueled by resilience and hope. Strength is not just about physical endurance. It is about the ability to rise after every fall, to keep moving forward, even when everything seems to be against you. It is about believing in yourself even when the world tries to convince you otherwise. Life will test you in ways you never imagined. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when the weight of your struggles feels unbearable. Pain, failure, disappointment, these things will make you question yourself. They will make you wonder if you have what it takes to keep going. But in those moments when you feel like you have nothing left, that is when your true strength emerges. Because strength is not measured by how many times you succeed, but by how many times you refuse to give up. Resilience is the key to an unbreakable spirit. It is the ability to bend without breaking, to stand tall even when everything around you is trying to pull you down. Life does not become easier, you become stronger. Every obstacle you face, every challenge you overcome adds to your inner strength. What once seemed impossible suddenly becomes a part of your story, proof that you survived, that you endured. Strength does not come from a life without difficulties. It comes from a life where difficulties were faced head-on and conquered. Hope is what keeps the human spirit alive. It is the belief that no matter how dark today is, tomorrow holds the possibility of light. When everything seems to be falling apart, hope is the voice inside you that whispers, keep going. It is the courage to see past the pain and envision a future where things are better. Without hope, struggles feel endless. But with hope, even the heaviest burdens become easier to carry. Hope fuels resilience, and resilience fuels strength. Together, they make you unstoppable. You have already survived everything you once thought would break you. Think back to the hardest moments of your life, the times when you thought you would not make it through. Yet here you are, stronger than before. That is proof of your resilience, of your ability to endure. Strength is not something you are born with. It is something you develop, something that grows within you every time you push past your fears and refuse to surrender. You are far more powerful than you believe. No matter what you are facing, remind yourself that you have everything within you to overcome it. Your struggles do not define you. Your ability to rise from them does. The human spirit cannot be broken as long as there is resilience in your heart and hope in your soul. Keep going because you are stronger than you think. Failures are not the end. They may feel like defeat, like everything you worked for has slipped away, but in reality, they are simply redirections, guiding you towards something greater. Every setback, every disappointment, and every closed door is not meant to break you, but to push you onto a path you might not have considered before. Failure is not a signal to stop. It is a lesson, a chance to grow, and an opportunity to discover a new way forward. When you fail, it is easy to feel as if you have lost everything, as if all your efforts were for nothing. But failure does not erase progress. Every step you took, every lesson you learned, and every bit of experience you gained remains with you. It shapes you into someone wiser, someone stronger, and someone better prepared for what is to come. The most successful people in the world did not reach their goals without failure. They stumbled, they faced rejection, and they had moments of doubt, but they did not let failure define them. Instead, they used it as a stepping stone to success. Failure is not a sign of weakness. It is proof that you are trying, that you are pushing beyond your comfort zone. It means you are taking risks and challenging yourself, which is the only way to grow. Every time you fail, you are given a choice to let it discourage you or to let it teach you. Those who succeed are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who refuse to give up when they did. They understood that failure is not a full stop, it is a comma, a pause before the next chapter begins. Sometimes what we see as failure is actually life protecting us from something that was never meant for us. It is easy to be disappointed when things do not go as planned, but often failure redirects us towards something even better. Many people who thought they had lost everything later realized that their greatest failures led them to their biggest breakthroughs. A missed opportunity can lead to a better one. A rejection can open the door to something greater. The key is to trust the process and keep moving forward. The fear of failure holds many people back from even trying. But if you never take risks, you never discover your true potential. Failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Every time you fail, you are one step closer to success. You gain experience, resilience, and a deeper understanding of what works and what does not. Without failure, there is no progress. So when things do not go as planned, remind yourself that failure is not the end of your journey. It is simply a redirection, a lesson in disguise, a reminder that something greater is waiting for you. Keep going, keep learning, and keep believing. What may seem like an ending today could be the very beginning of something extraordinary tomorrow. Your struggles are not just your own. The battles you fight, the hardships you endure, and the pain you overcome can serve as a source of strength for someone else. Because marvel is right there inside of us. We need it to grow and become stronger step by step. You may not realize it, but your journey has the power to inspire others, to give them hope when they feel lost, and to remind them that they are not alone. Every time you rise after falling, every time you push forward despite the obstacles in your way, you are not just proving your own strength, you are showing others that they too can keep going. There is something deeply powerful about seeing someone else overcome adversity, saying to them, "Go on, stay strong, So stay ready, determined, and go out there and do it. When people witness resilience, they begin to believe in their own ability to endure. Think about the moments in your life when you felt like giving up. Perhaps it was a story, a conversation, or an example of someone else's perseverance that gave you the courage to hold on just a little longer. In the same way, your struggles and your determination can become a beacon of hope for someone else. It is often easy to feel ashamed of our struggles, to hide our failures and weaknesses as if they diminish our worth. But the truth is, our struggles are what make us relatable, what connect us to others on a deeper level. No one is inspired by perfection. They are inspired by perseverance. People do not connect with those who have never faced hardship. They connect with those who have faced it and refuse to be defeated. Your ability to share your journey, to embrace the difficulties you have endured, can serve as a lifeline to someone who is drowning in their own battles. Many of the greatest leaders, thinkers, and influencers in history did not rise to greatness because they had easy lives. They became who they were because they turned their struggles into strength and used their pain to fuel their purpose. They understood that their hardships were not just for them to endure, but for others to learn from. When you share your story, when you allow others to see your journey, the failures, the setbacks, the moments of doubt, you create a ripple effect of courage. You show people that hardship is not the end, that struggle is not a reason to quit, but rather a reason to push harder. Your journey holds more meaning than you may ever realize. There is someone out there right now who feels like they are at their breaking point, like they cannot take another step forward. And maybe, just maybe, your story is what they need to hear to keep going. Your resilience, your ability to endure, and your refusal to give up could be the very thing that reminds them that they too can rise. So embrace your struggles, not as something to be ashamed of, but as something that carries power. Your challenges are not just obstacles, they are opportunities to inspire, to uplift, and to remind the world that no matter how difficult life gets, strength, courage, and hope will always prevail. Keep moving forward. No matter how tough it gets, no matter how many times you feel like giving up, take one more step and then another, because persistence always wins. Life will test you in ways you never imagined. It will push you to the edge, challenge your patience, and make you question whether you have the strength to continue. But the truth is, the only way to overcome difficulty is to keep going. Stopping won't make things better. Giving up won't erase the struggle. The only way to reach the other side is to push through, step by step, moment by moment. Every great achievement in life is the result of persistence. Success does not happen overnight, nor does progress come without effort. Behind every victory is a story of struggle, failure, and moments of doubt. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the ability to keep moving forward despite the obstacles. The most successful people in the world have faced rejection, disappointment, and failure, but they refused to stop. They understood that setbacks are temporary, but perseverance is what turns dreams into reality. There will be moments when you feel stuck, when no matter how hard you try, nothing seems to change. It is in these moments that persistence matters the most. Progress is not always visible. Sometimes it feels like you are putting in all the effort without seeing any results. But just because you don't see immediate changes doesn't mean they aren't happening. Growth happens beneath the surface, like roots growing deep before a plant breaks through the soil. Every effort you make, every small step you take is adding up, building momentum and shaping your future. Pain and hardship are inevitable, but suffering is a choice. The difference between those who rise and those who fall is the decision to keep going. When you stop moving forward, you allow hardship to define you. But when you take even the smallest step, you reclaim your power. It doesn't matter how slow your progress is. What matters is that you do not stop. Some days you will take big leaps, and other days you may only manage a single step. But as long as you keep going, you are still moving forward. Life is unpredictable. There will be days when everything feels heavy, when you feel too tired to continue. But in those moments, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself that every step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your goal. The path may not always be clear and the journey may be difficult, but persistence will always lead you to where you are meant to be. So no matter how hard it gets, take that step. Even when you doubt yourself, even when everything around you tells you to stop, keep moving forward. Because persistence always wins, and as long as you refuse to give up, success is only a matter of time. Thank you.